Director Thexalon had made thousands of decisions during his tenure as Galactic Enforcement Division Commander, but none had prepared him for the catastrophic miscalculation that now threatened to tear the galaxy apart. The emergency briefing room aboard the GED flagship Harmony's Edge hummed with tension as holographic displays showed the devastating aftermath of what would later be known as the Lunar Colony Incident. Captain Vextari of the Aquatic Syndicate shifted nervously in her environmental suit, the bioluminescent patches along her neck flashing rapid distress patterns. "Sir, we followed standard containment protocols. The human settlement showed signs of potential weapons development." Potential weapons. Commander Creel Thak's insectoid mandibles clicked furiously. The hive mind representative's compound eyes reflected the data streams flowing across the tactical displays. "You glassed an entire civilian colony based on potential threats." Thexalon's crystalline form remained motionless, but internal resonance patterns revealed his growing anxiety. The mistake had been textbook in its execution and catastrophic in its consequences. Lunar Colony 7 had been humanity's newest terraforming project, home to 12,000 civilians, including families, children, and elderly settlers. When routine surveillance detected energy signatures that might have indicated weapons research, standard galactic enforcement protocols demanded immediate containment. The orbital bombardment had lasted exactly 4 minutes and 37 seconds. When the plasma fires finally died, nothing remained of the thriving colony except a crater of molten rock. "Display the human response," Thexalon commanded, his voice carrying harmonics of dread. The central hologram shifted to show Admiral Sarah Chen, Supreme Commander of the Human Defense Force. Her face was carved from granite, eyes burning with cold fury that made even the battle-hardened Krolvak step backward. To the Galactic Enforcement Division, Admiral Chen's voice cut through the silence like a plasma blade. "You have murdered 12,000 innocent civilians. Among them were my daughter, my grandson, and 300 children under the age of 10. You claim this was a police action based on suspected weapons development. You were wrong." The recording continued, showing technical readouts that made Thexalon's internal structures resonate with horror. "The energy signatures you detected were from our new geothermal extraction systems technology we would have gladly shared with the galactic community. Instead, you chose genocide." Admiral Chen leaned closer to the camera, and every being in the briefing room felt the weight of her stare. "Humanity hereby withdraws from all galactic treaties. We reject Galactic Enforcement Division authority in human space. Any GED vessel that enters our territory will be considered an act of war." The recording ended with a countdown timer, 72 hours for all GAD forces to withdraw from human space. That had been 71 hours and 43 minutes ago. "Status report," Thexalon demanded. Lieutenant Kixella, a gaseous being contained in a mobility suit, flickered nervously. "Sir, human fleets have mobilized throughout their 17 systems. They've deployed some kind of new defensive technology we've never seen before. Our intelligence suggests they've been working on classified projects since first contact." "How classified?" Captain Vextari asked. "Black Site classified. Our sources indicate projects codenamed Prometheus Fires and Thor's Hammer." Creel Thak's mandibles stopped clicking. In the hive mind culture, absolute silence indicated either deep thought or paralyzing fear. Those sound like weapons designations. "Ironic," Thexalon observed, "considering we destroyed them for suspected weapons development." The tactical display updated with new intelligence. Human fleets were moving not defensively, but with the coordinated precision of a species preparing for total war. Their ships moved in formations no galactic military had seen before, utilizing technology that defied current understanding of physics. "Sir," Lieutenant Kixella's gaseous form shimmered with urgency. We're receiving reports from the Outer Rim. Human ships have appeared in neutral systems, not attacking, demonstrating. The display shifted to show footage from the Centauri trade hub. A single human vessel, sleek and predatory, hovered above the station. Without warning, it fired a single beam at a nearby asteroid. The mountain-sized rock simply ceased to exist. No explosion, no debris field. One moment it was there, the next it was gone. The message was clear: this is what humans could do to your worlds. They're not just angry, Captain Vextari whispered, her bioluminescent patterns shifting to colors that had no names in any galactic language. They're demonstrating restraint. They could have already retaliated. But they haven't, Krilthok observed. Why? Vexilon accessed his command protocols, reviewing the disaster from every angle. Humanity had been model galactic citizens, eager to learn, quick to adapt, generous with their unique innovations. They had shared medical advances that saved billions of lives, contributed art and music that enriched galactic culture, and brought a perspective on problem-solving that had revolutionized multiple fields of science. And the GED had murdered 12,000 of them, based on a sensor reading. Because, Thexalon realized, they want us to understand the magnitude of our mistake before they respond. New data flooded the tactical displays. Human colonies across their space were activating previously hidden defense systems. Ships that had seemed like simple cargo haulers revealed weapons arrays that made GED dreadnoughts look like shuttlecraft. Planets that had appeared peaceful showed massive underground installations emerging from beneath their surfaces. How long? Vexilon asked. How long have they been preparing for this? Since first contact, Lieutenant Quickseller reported, her form flickering with disbelief as she processed the intelligence reports. Every trade mission, every cultural exchange, every diplomatic meeting, they were studying us, learning our weaknesses. The countdown timer on the display reached 0. Across human space, 17 worlds simultaneously broadcast the same message. Admiral Chen appeared again, but this time she wasn't alone. Behind her stood representatives from every human colony, every military division, every civilian government, united in their grief and fury. The Galactic Enforcement Division has 36 hours to deliver the officers responsible for the lunar colony massacre for trial, Admiral Chen announced. Additionally, the GED will provide full reparations to the families of the victims and formal acknowledgement of their war crime. She paused, and in that silence, every being in the galaxy held their breath. Failure to comply will result in the systematic dismantling of every GED installation in this arm of the galaxy. You have demonstrated that you cannot be trusted with the authority you claim. Humanity will ensure you never make this mistake again. The transmission ended, but the implications were clear. Humanity hadn't just withdrawn from galactic society, they were preparing to reshape it by force. Vexilon looked around the briefing room at his officers, seeing his own realization reflected in their alien features. They had made the greatest tactical error in galactic history. They had assumed humanity's peaceful nature meant they were weak. The mistake would cost them everything. Outside the viewport, stars began disappearing, not destroyed, but blocked by the massive human fleet that had silently surrounded the GED flagship while they had been reviewing their catastrophic error. Humanity's fury had arrived, and it was methodical, overwhelming, and absolutely justified.